And now your starting lineup for your Riverton Lady
Hello,
Wolverines.
everybody. It's Andrew Gallagher,
Sophomore
and
number
welcome
5, Haley
in
Jackson.
to Rock Springs High
Junior
School
number 14,
and Tiger
Aubrey
Arena
Demney.
for Rock
Junior
Springs
number
High
15,
School
Jordanelle
volleyball,
Anderson.
playing host to
Sophomore
Riverton
number
volleyball.
18, Emmy Weber. Senior number 19, Mariah Griffin.
Let's take a look
Sophomore number 24, Riley Johnson.
at the numbers.
Finally,
Both of
senior
these
number
teams
25,
come in
libero
0-1
Holly
on the
Hinkle.
year in 4A conference
Head coach
play.
Amanda Nimmo, assistant
Tonight's
coach Justin
contest
Taylor, assistant coach Jennifer
is
Roglo, and assistant coach
a
Tiffany
conference
Weber.
matchup.
And now your starting lineups for your Rock Springs Lady Tigers. Senior number 1, Emily Toucher.
Here's starting lineups.
Senior number 10,
For Rock
Cameron James. Senior number 4, Mari Holmes. Senior number 26, Faith Brandt. Senior number 3, libero Megan Zotti. Senior number 32, Claire Carlson. And finally, sophomore number 24, Ella Brewster. Head coach Sean Pyer, JV coach Jenna Harris, sophomore coach Casey Rich,
And there's your
freshman coach
starting
Abby
lineups for Rock
Pomeranke.
Springs Tigers
Remember,
volleyball.
ladies and gentlemen, the Wyoming High School Activities Association
Rock
and
Springs
school
comes into
administration
tonight's
appreciate
game
good sports. We
with
ask
an
spectators to use your
overall
voice to represent yourself, your
of
team,
13
your school,
and
and your
8,
community in a
while
positive
Riverton
way.
comes in
Cheer for your
with
team
an
and
overall
not against
record
the opponent.
of 10
Participants are
and
officials.
9.
Enjoy the matches.
Once again, both of these teams 0-1 in conference play. Rock Springs 13-8 overall, Riverton 10-9 overall. This is a conference matchup. Both of these teams in the 4A conference out of the Northwest Division, and we are about ready for the Rock Springs Tigers home opener in volleyball for the 2021 season. Rock Springs playing host to the Wolverines of Riverton High School. Best of 3 sets, playing to 25. It is going to be Rock Springs in their home white, orange numbers. Serving first, moving left to right on your radio dial with the serve, Cameron James of the Tigers, and we are underway. Both sides working it across. Both Riverton and Rock Springs able to respond. There's a long ball by Rock Springs. Left side to right. That is just a bit too long for Cameron James. Out of bounds, point to Riverton. Riverton on the serve. Rock Springs back with it. Gets it down just in front of a diving Gracie Olheiser. And we are even at 1 here in period number 1. Reminder, playing best of 3. First team to 25 in a set wins. Served by Megan Zotti, a senior. Back underway, long ball. Right to left, out of bounds for the Wolverines. And it is a point to Rock Springs. 2-1. Into the net is a pass attempt for the Wolverines. That is going to be a point for the Tigers. Rock Springs up at home, 3-1, set 1. Wolverines just inside the out-of-bounds line, straight across from the far side. Make it now 3-2. Riverton within 1 against Rock Springs. Riverton's Aubrey Jevin saving it, can't keep it from going into the crowd. That's a point for Rock Springs. 4-2, Tigers lead. Set 1. Tigers working it around. Riverton gets it, trying to save it. That's Morgan Zotti. Can't come up with it as she dives. That's a point for the Wolverines. 4-3, Tigers still in front. Wolverines, Olheiser on the serve. Tigers knocked it across, gets it down in front of Olheiser. Center court, front line. Point to the Tigers. And Rock Springs on the serve. Riverton back with it into the net. And that should be a point for the Tigers. It is. No, it's actually Wolverines. My mistake, so 5-4. They say it was touched by the Tigers. 5-4 Tigers. Now make it 5-5 tie off of a double touch by a Tiger defender. We are all even at 5 here in set number 1. Long ball by Riverton's Riley Johnson. Just a bit too long from center court to left side. Near side of the floor for my broadcast position. Just in front of the Tigers bench. Make it 6-5 Tigers. Serve goes out of bounds for the Tigers. Back even again. 6-6. Riverton looking to answer. Has it blocked. Tigers working their offense. Get to the cross. And the Tigers with the block. Goes up 7-6. Period number 1. With the serve, it's going to be Emily Coucher for the Tigers. And Jordanelle Anderson of the Wolverines diving to get a ball that comes across from the Tigers, and Sailor McCuller make it 8-6. Now 8-7 as the Tigers and Claire Carlson serves up the long ball. 8-7 Tigers. Emmy Weber on the serve for Riverton. Rock Springs get to the cross. Just out of bounds, left to right. We are back even at 8. Rock Springs with it off the Riverton serve. Right to left. Close to the out of bounds line, and it just hits outside. Point to Riverton. 9-8 visitors lead. Set 1. And long ball. Weber unable to save that when it goes into the crowd. We are back even at 9. Reminder, playing to 25. Let's look at the records. Rock Springs 13-8 coming into this one. 0-1 in conference play. Riverton 10-9. Also 0-1 in conference play. Long ball, Aubrey Jevin can't save it. Goes out the back line. 10 9, Tigers in front. On the serve is the Tigers. And from left, straight ahead, just inside of the out-of-bounds line, Wolverines gets it down. Gracie Olizer back even at 10, set number 1. And Tigers first side to their side, left to right. That point is good. Presley and AC Tigers up by 1, 11-10. Long kill attempt out of bounds. Jordan L. Anderson. That gives the Tigers a 2-point lead. Megan Zotti with the serve. And Zotti's serve into the net. Point to Riverton. Make it now 12-11. Tigers still on top. Riverton on the serve. Tigers answer. Riverton back with it. And contact in the net. We've got a whistle. And that is a net violation on Rock Springs on the block. Officials talking over, and now they say double touch by Riverton. So it's point Tigers. Tigers up 13-11. Set 1. And Tigers able to get one beyond the outstretched arms of Mariah Griff. Griff can't keep it in bounds. Tigers extend their lead to 3, 14-11 here in the first set. Riverton trying to enter on the serve. Rock Springs down. Out of bounds, point Rock Springs, 15-11. And we now have a 1-minute timeout taken by the Riverton Wolverines and head coach Amanda Nimmo. Tigers coached by Sean Pyer. Both of these teams trying to advance to an even 500 record early in the year in conference play. Currently, both are at 0-1. Tigers look like they have a bit more power when it comes to the opportunity to take the first set. Remember, in high school volleyball, it is best of 3, so Tigers hoping to end tonight's match in a 2-set sweep. 15-11, Tigers lead out of the timeout as Rock Springs serves to Riverton. And that's a whistle. Double touch Riverton. Point to Rock Springs. Rock Springs up 16-11. And long serve, Addison Doe just inside. Point good for Riverton. 16-12. Serve out of bounds for the Wolverines. Another point to the Tigers. Make it 17-12. Set number 1. Riverton long ball. Right to left. Another point to Rock Springs. Tigers up by 6, 18-12. Set number 1. Tigers having to scramble to save it. They do. Tigers answering against the Wolverines' offense. And Rock Springs long ball, Tiana Wyndham just a bit too far and out of bounds. Point for the Riverton Wolverines, 18-13. And Tigers trying to keep it alive. Whistle, and it's a net violation. Point Riverton, 18-14. Tigers still on top. Tigers knocking it across. And just beyond the outstretched arm of Claire Carlson. And that's a point for Riverton. Jordanelle Anderson credited with the kill that time. 18-15 the score. Hometown Tigers still in front, set number 1. Rock Springs entering. Claire Carlson, right to left, gets a kill down in front of the Wolverines back line. 19-15 Tigers lead. Tigers left side serve, far side of the court. Gets it across, as does Riverton. Tigers answering back. Tries to get it down, diving for a dig. That's Riverton. Gets it across, soft touch. Set. Ashley Anderson make it a point for the Tigers. Tigers now up by 5 and just 5 points away from taking set number 1. Faith Brandt, her serve into the net. That's a net violation for the Tigers. Point Wolverines, 20-16. Tigers still on top, set number 1. Tigers get it down, that's Carlson. Same format as before, 21-16. Tigers now just 4 points away from potentially winning this first set. Emily Toucher on the serve, right side. Riverton getting it across, they do. Rock Springs trying to answer. The Tigers do as it goes out of bounds from the right to left. Off the hands of Mariah Griff for Riverton. Tigers now just 3 points away from taking this first set. Serve is Toucher. Riverton long ball, near side to far side and out of bounds. That's a point for Rock Springs. The Tigers just 2 points away from taking set number 1 up over Riverton. Wolverines 23-16. Rock Springs answering against Riverton. Gets it down against Anderson and Weber, who are diving. Make it now set point potentially. And now as we are at 24-16, Riverton decides to take a timeout. Here as we are what could be the set point for set number 1. Tigers potentially victorious. Both sides talking it over. We saw the earlier stretch. Both teams were fairly even. Here lately though, in the last 8 to 10 points, Rock Springs has really pulled ahead and declared their dominance here in period one. Both teams out of the timeout. Tigers with it, ready for what could be set 1 point. Coucher with the serve, gets it down, and Riverton can't come up with it. Tigers take set 1, 25-16. Strong showing by Rock Springs here in set number 1. We're going to take a short break and be back with set number 2. Potentially the match decider if the homestanding Rock Springs Tigers at 13-8 overall, 0-1 in conference play, can keep this up against the 10-9 visiting Riverton Wolverines, who are also 0-1 in conference play. We'll be back. Tigers lead this match 1-0. Set 1 went way of the Tigers, 25-16. Welcome back, everybody. The Rock Springs Tigers hosting the Riverton Wolverines in volleyball. Rock Springs took set 1 over Riverton by a score of 25-16. In high school volleyball, it's the best of 3, first team to 25, so this could potentially be a match deciding set. Rock Springs 13-8 coming into this one overall, 0-1 in conference play. On the other side, Riverton 10-9 overall, also 0-1 in conference play. This is a 4A Northwest Conference matchup. We are just about ready for set number 2. Riverton to serve, going right to left on your radio dial. Rock Springs answers, gets a kill down, but it's from center court to left, out of bounds. That from Ashley Anderson. And that went a whistle and out of bounds as well. Riverton Wolverines up quickly 2-0 here in a critical set number 2 for the visitors. Rock Springs facing a block, they get it across, but it's out of bounds. The Riverton Wolverines up 3-0 here early in a critical set number 2. Rock Springs need this if they want to sweep tonight's match. Riverton needs it to stay alive and force an all-deciding set 3. Tigers with it on the board. Emily Thatcher, soft touch, center court, front line, across to the far side. 3-1 visitors from Riverton High School lead. Megan Zodi on the serve. Rock Springs saving it. Into the net, Claire Carlson for Rock Springs. That's 3 points off of errors committed by the Tigers. Riverton Wolverines up 4-1. Set number 2. Remember, playing to 25. Tigers trying to answer. And it drops. Wolverines can't keep the ball in play offensively. That's 4-2. Riverton still on top over Rock Springs. Set number 2. Both teams working it across. Blocked by the Wolverines and down on the Riverton side of the floor. Tigers back within 1. 4-3. Wolverines still on top. Tigers serve. Claire Carlson. Riverton long ball knocked across. And James with the point. It is now even. As that was Jordanelle Anderson. Couldn't keep the save. We're even 4-4, set 2. Rock Springs keeping it alive. They do. Riverton trying to answer. Riverton does. Rock Springs counters. Both sides playing tough and countering. Soft touch diving Jordanelle Anderson. Make it 5-4. Tigers in front. That was a soft touch by Sailor Picola. And the officials say now no, it was a double touch of the ball. Violation on the Tigers. 5-4. Riverton in front. Long ball from Mari Holmes. Out of bounds. Make it 6-4. Off the turnaround. The penalties. The visitors from Riverton out front by 2 points in set number 2. Faith Brandt, left to right, far side, out of bounds, gives the Wolverines now a 3-point lead. 7-4, Riverton High School leading. Riverton on the serve, gets it across. Into the net though. Riverton again with the point. 8-4, visitors from Riverton High School on top. Set number 2, and they now change it. We have issues with the score though. It is 5-7, 5-7, 5-7. Riverton leading the Tigers. Now 5-8 as Rock Springs goes into the net. Riverton on the serve, trying to extend that. Rock Springs trying to answer it, they do. Presley, Macy gets one down. Center court, soft touch in front of the Riverton front line. 8-6. Riverton still in front. Both sides getting it across. Looking for an avenue to answer. Riverton responds by an erratic call out of bounds. 8-7 now. Rock Springs within 1. And out of bounds is Riverton on the serve. Point Tigers. We are back even at 8. Here in a crucial set number 2. Let's reset for you. Rock Springs wins it. That's it. This match is over. Riverton wins this set. We play to a match-deciding 3rd set and 15 points. Gracie Olizer can't keep up on the dig. Out of bounds, Tigers point. 9-8, Rock Springs. And we've now got a whistle from the visitors from Riverton High School as we are at 9-8. Tigers over Riverton. While we have a break, folks, want to remind you, coming up next Friday October 8th. Rock Springs High School football playing host to the Cheyenne Central Indians. Next Friday night, October 8th, I'll have coverage of that one, as well as next Saturday, October 9th, I will have coverage of this Rock Springs volleyball team playing host to Star Valley High School. So 2 Mustang Athletics contests in one weekend next weekend. Stay tuned for that, October 8th and 9th. Riverton gets the ball out of the Rock Springs serve. Long ball out of bounds. We are back even at 9. Here in set number 2. Riverton serving off the out of bounds. Tigers trying to answer. They do in front of a diving Mariah grip. 10-9, set number 2. Tigers up front. Emily Toucher gets it across. Tigers trying to answer. They do. Riverton trying to save it. Back line gets it across. Rock Springs spiking in. That one just a bit too long. Left to right. And the officials call it. Point to Riverton. We are tied again at 10. Rock Springs answers. Soft touch. Mari Holmes left side. Straight in front of her. 11-10. Rock Springs in front. Set number 2. Reminder, if Rock Springs wins this set at 25 by 2 points, they win tonight's conference matchup. Tigers getting it across. Riverton trying to respond. Both sides working it around. Across the net, setting up clean offense. Both sides. Rock Springs. A short chase. Long kill attempt. And that's Riverton with the point. We are back even at 11. Set number 2. Annie Weber to serve. Weber into the net. On her serve, point Rock Springs. Rock Springs on the serve. Saving it are the Tigers. Blocked by the Wolverines. Tigers get it back across, but Riverton trying to answer. Riverton does, as a diving Megan Zodi gets it under the net, not over. We are even at 12 all, the crucial period 2. Both sides working it across. Tigers trying to save it from a Riverton block. They do! Just beyond an outstretched Mariah grip. The Tigers get the kill to fall. Home team up 13-12 are the Tigers. Long ball out of bounds, point Riverton. Back to a draw in period 2 at 13. Reminder, first team to 25. That team to 25 has to be up by 2 points, or we keep going. Rock Springs on the block, can't save it though. Claire Carson. And it's Riverton back in front by 14-13 are the visitors in front. Riverton with it, trying to respond to even further in front. Rock Springs trying to answer, saving it from out of bounds. Is the Tigers. Cameron James. And James gets it across. We are back even at 14. With the serve, Marty Holmes for the Tigers. Out of bounds, point again to Riverton. 15-14. Riverton with the lead over Rock Springs. Potentially match deciding set 2. If the Tigers win this one, tonight's match is over. Riverton needs this one to force a match deciding set number 3. Rock Springs with it, gets it down center of the floor. Left side, Harley Nelson. We are back even at 15. Tigers serve at 15-all. Riverton loses the handle, drops the ball underneath the net on the near side, right side of the floor if you're on the Rock Springs side. Point to the Tigers, 16-15. Riverton looking for a win. Riverton able to get it across. Rock Springs does the same. Diving Riverton defenders. That drops Amy Weber, Riley Johnson. That puts the Tigers in front by the necessary 2 points. Now they just need 8 points on the board to sweep the Wolverines in 2 sets. Into the net. Paisley Jackson. Tigers up 18-15. On the serve, Faith Brandt for the Tigers. Tigers dig, set, down, and it is point for the Tigers. Cameron James, assist, Presley Macy. 19-15. Tigers leading, and it is a timeout by Riverton Wolverines and head coach Amanda Nimmo. Rock Springs now up by 4. 6 points away from potentially deciding tonight's match and sweeping the Riverton Wolverines in a best-of-3 series at 2 sets. 19-15 the score. Homestanding Tigers leading it. Both teams now coming out of the timeout. Riverton needing an answer. Tigers hoping they can keep up this momentum, and Rock Springs can come away victorious in a 2-set sweep. Back to serve is the Tigers. And the block drops. Alyssa Carlson against Riley Johnson. That's another point for Rock Springs. 20-15. Tigers now just 5 points away. Ella Brewster on the serve. That gets down off of a diving Aubrey Jevine in the front line. Aubrey Jevin, excuse me. That's a point for the Tigers. Tiger serve, Brewster. Riverton answering. Block, Tigers. That's 22-15. Rock Springs just 3 points away from taking tonight's match against Riverton High School in 2 straight sets. Brewster with the serve for Rock Springs, far side. Riverton gets it across. Tigers trying to answer. 22-15, Tigers lead. Tigers respond from a kill attempt. Get one across of their own, but it's blocked. That block far side. Put up by Riley Johnson. Make it 22-16. Wolverines inching closer. Tigers still in front though, as this is Riverton's serve. Both sides responding. Soft touch by both. Whistle, double touch, foul. Rock Springs, point off the penalty to Riverton. Riverton back to within 5, and their serve off the penalty. Tigers with it, trying to respond. Rock Springs trying to avoid Riverton pushing. They can't. Riverton kill, out of bounds. Point. Wolverines, as it was touched by Rock Springs and Cameron James. 22-18 the score. Rock Springs still leading. Set 2. Cameron James gets it down. Right side of the floor. Right in front of Jordan L. Anderson. Tigers with the serve. Now 2 points away from potentially taking tonight's match at home. Long ball left to right and out of bounds for Riverton. This potentially the set match point as the Tigers are up 14-18. Tigers long ball blocked, but it goes out of bounds. Touched by the Tigers, 14-19. Riverton serving, trying to keep tonight's contest alive. Tigers with it. Long ball nearly out of bounds. Riverton saves it, and now it's into the net. Tigers sweep the Wolverines. (25-19). The final in set number 2. And my apologies, folks. Wrong information written down. Riverton took that first set. My apologies, wrote that down wrong. So we are going to a match deciding third set. Both sides getting final instruction from their coaching staff for this pivotal third set matchup. Once again, folks, apologies for the typo in my stats. That's my fault. We are headed to a third and final set. Let's reset it for you. The visitors from Riverton High School in Riverton, Wyoming, come into tonight's match with an overall record of 10-9, 0-1 in 4A conference play. For the homestanding Rock Springs Tigers, they come in 13-8 overall, also 0-1 in conference play. Both of these teams looking for their first conference win on the young season. Both sides ready on this match-deciding third set. Playing to 15. Tigers serve. Riverton gets it across. Rock Springs able to save it, racing into the out-of-bounds line. Far side. Rock Springs gets it down in front of a diving Paisley Jackson. Tigers lead, match-deciding third set. 1-0. Tigers serve. Riverton almost loses the handle. Gathers it up. Riverton gets it across. Rock Springs answering. Ball drops. Rock Springs arguing that it was on the Wolverines based on a penalty. Riverton says it's their point easily, and it goes to Riverton on the net violation. 1-1, set 3. Tigers net violation, point Riverton 2-1. Set number 3. Long serve and out of bounds. Gracie Olizer. And we're back even at 2 in set number 3. Megan Zotti with the serve for the Tigers. Jordanelle Anderson into the net on the dig. Point Tigers. 3-2. Get it down. Mari Holmes, soft touch, left side. 4-2, Tigers lead. Zotti on the serve, trying to extend the lead for the Tigers. Riverton, long ball, serve, and knocked across. Right side, straight across. Just inside the out-of-bounds line. Point, Rock Springs. Homestanding Tigers up. 5-2. Both sides working it across. Tigers saving the block. Having to scramble. Can't get to it. Claire Carlson on the second block. That's a point to Riverton as the ball went out of bounds. Mid-court in between the Riverton and Rock Springs benches. 5-3. Make it now 5-4 as Rock Springs Kill attempt out of bounds. Riverton and Rock Springs battling. Soft touch. And that violation. Wolverines point. Back even at 5. Wolverines serve. Zadi diving to save it. Ball hits the ground. Point Riverton. 6-5 Riverton leads. Set number 3. Riverton gets it across. Rock Springs. Riverton back with possession. Rock Springs with the dig. And the kill across. And Marie Coucher for Rock Springs. Back even. 6. Claire Carlson with the serve. Rock Springs trying to answer offensively. Rollins there to counter. Tigers back with it. Soft touch, Rollins countering. Rock Springs knocks it out of bounds. Point Riverton. Visitors up 7-6, set 3. On the Riverton side, Rock Springs with it. Riverton saves it from out of bounds. Tigers responding. Riverton knocking it back across, as do the Tigers. Haley Eagle for Riverton. Knocked through the Rock Springs. Back line, out of bounds. Point Tigers. We are back even at 7. Make it now 8-7. Riverton following a net violation on server Mari Holmes for the Tigers. Riverton with the serve. Tigers responding. Riverton countering. Wolverines blocking. Rock Springs wants a double touch penalty. They don't give it. Point. Wolverines. Visitors from Riverton up 9-7 here in set number 2. Long ball and out of bounds on the serve. Tigers point. 9-8, Riverton still leading. Tigers serve. Riverton with it. Long wing center put to left by Holheiser, just beyond the outstretched arms of Carly Nielsen for Rock Springs. Wolverines up 10-8. Rock Springs just beyond the outstretched arms, right side of Hallie Hinkle. Make it 9-8. Riverton still in front. Set number 3. 10-9, excuse me. 10-9, Riverton still in front. Off the leg from Morgan Zanetti. Make it 11-9. Riverton in front. Wolverines serving. Answering, gets it down in front of Amy Weber from right to left. That's a point for the Tigers. Tigers down by 1. Rock Springs trails 11-10 in set number 3. we have a clock issue. Or scoreboard issue. Excuse me. Wrong sport, folks. I'll be back to football on Friday night. For now, we're at volleyball, so it's just a scoreboard issue, not a play clock. And we've got the stoppage to deal with both the scoreboard as well as confirming stats. It looks like for the scores table. Riverton up on Rock Springs 11-10 in the match deciding third set. Both sides looking to assert dominance in these potential last few points. Will the Tigers come away victorious, improve their record to 14-8, 1-1 in 4A conference play, or will the visitors from Riverton High School spoil the party and also improve the overall? On the serve, Cameron James. That one too long and out of bounds. Point Riverton, now 12-10. Visitors from Riverton High School on top. Off the serve from Riverton. Rock Springs answer. Far side of the court, straight down. It gets down in front of the Riverton second row. 12-11 now the score. Rock Springs trying to tie it at 12-all. Zadi gets it across. Riverton long ball, but that's just too long. And out of bounds. We are back even at 12. Zadi with the serve for Rock Springs. Gets it across, too long. Point Rock Springs. 13-12. Riverton with the 13-12 lead. Set number 3. Serve, Tigers responding. Block and it drops. Point, Wolverines. 14-12. Set number 3. The visitors from Riverton High School with the lead. And whistle. Foul on the Tigers. Point, Riverton, 15-12. Third set, Riverton up, 15-12. Rock Springs trying to seal tonight's match by getting back into this one. Homestanding Tigers down by 3. Riverton wins this set. We move on to a fourth. Tigers win. The match is over. Look! Riverton scores. 16-12. Wolverines with the lead over the Tigers here at Tiger Arena. Long serve, Nacy. Out of bounds. Point Riverton. Riverton serve. Rock Springs trying to climb back in this. Point Rock Springs. Net violation. Riverton. 17-13 now the score. Set number 3. Point Riverton. Gracie Olizer gets it down just in front of a diving Carly Nelson and Ella Brewster. Set 3, 18-13. Diving, Emma Weber. Riverton able to keep it alive. Riverton continue to push. Clark Carlson for Rock Springs loses the handle. Out of the bounds. Point Riverton, 19-13. Riverton on the serve. Dig Carlson. Back to the Wolverines. Rock Springs looking for an answer. Knocked out of bounds by Riverton. Point Rock Springs, 19-14. Set number 3. Rock Springs can't defend against the front line block. That one courtesy of Riley Johnson that put it down. Another point for the Wolverines. 20-14. Riverton not ready to go home yet. Here in set number 3. Tigers desperately trying to get back in this. Riverton gets it down just in front of Carlson. Left side. And it's the Wolverines up now by 7. 21-14. Coucher gets it down just in front of Amy Weber. Front line, far side of the court. 21-15 the score. Riverton Wolverines leading the Rock Springs Tigers. Tigers, big attempt into the net. Cameron James. Point to Riverton. 22-15. The visitors out of Central Wyoming lead this one. Tigers is 5. Cameron James against the diving Addison Dow and Riley Johnson. 22-16. Wolverines still in front. Off the Tigers serve. Wolverines trying to answer. Long ball and out of bounds. That point to Rock Springs, 22-17. Tigers serve lost the handle. Did Riverton Edison though, and backwards out of bounds. Point Tigers. Tigers back to within 4. 22-18. Losing the handle, Ava Crowley. Amy Weber can't come up with it. 22-19. 3-point deficit. Tigers back in this one. And we've got timeout. Timeout taken by Rock Springs. Both teams coming out of the timeout after only 23 seconds of their allotted minute in the huddle with their coaches and teammates. Emily Coucher for the Tigers, ready to serve. Down by 3 is Rock Springs. Set 3, 22-19. Puts it up. Net violation. Rock Springs point. It is now a 2-point deficit. The Tigers 22-20. Coucher serve up defended by Wolverines. Megan Zuddy dives for it, can't keep it out of the seats. Point Riverton. Timeout taken. Rock Springs. 23-20 to score. Set number 3. The visitors from Riverton High School on top of Rock Springs. Riverton Wolverines 23, Rock Springs Tigers 20 in set 3. Riverton first out of timeout from my broadcast position in Tiger Arena, directly in front of the Tigers bench. Rock Springs now steps out of the timeout. The visiting Wolverines will have the serve. 23-20, Riverton leads Rock Springs. Carlson into the net. 24-20, Wolverines. This is now potentially set point. Should Riverton get this point? Riverton can't keep the handle in their back line. Goes out of bounds. Tigers still have life in set number 3. 24-21. Tigers down by 3. Double tap. Riverton points Rock Springs. Tigers are pulled to within 2, 24-22. Serving is Cameron James. Riverton with the knocks down the kill. And that is up for the point. Riverton takes set number 3. 25-22. Much closer third set. If the Tigers win this fourth set, as we are even at 2-2, both sides, it will take it to a match-deciding fifth set. We'll be back in a minute for the start of set number 2 between Rock Springs High School Volleyball hosting Riverton High School. Welcome back, everybody, to Tiger Arena. Set number 4 between the homestanding Rock Springs Tigers and Riverton Wolverines. First point served from Riverton on the fourth set, out of bounds, point to the Tigers. That's the 5 series in this 4A conference matchup. We are in the fourth set. And Tigers take a quick 2-0 lead as Riverton goes out of bounds. 2 quick turnover lead by the Wolverines. Tigers up 2-1 in this best of 5 series. Tigers wanting to end tonight's match right here in the 4th set. Kill from Station King. Good, just inside the other baseline. Center court. 2-1 the score. Tigers still lead. 2-1 also. Tonight's match record. Tigers hold the advantage in that. Best of 5. Ball into the net. Point Tigers. Rock Springs up on Riverton. 3-1 in the 4th set. Knocks an offensive pass out of bounds, trying to get a dig attempt. That's a point for the Tigers. Homestanding Rock Springs High School up 4-1. And just like Riverton did just a few seconds ago, Tigers, Megan Zotti loses the handle. Ball goes into the fans. The student section here at Tiger Arena make it 4-2. Rock Springs Tigers still on the rush. 4-3 as Allie Hinkle hits one to go from the right side straight across. Hinkle with the serve for Riverton. Rock Springs looking to answer. Rock Springs gets it back across. However, it's out of bounds. And we are all even at 4. Playing to 25. Rock Springs wins this set. Tonight's match is over. And there's another point for the Tigers, as Cameron James gets it down in between Ryan Griff and Amy Weber. 5-4 Tigers. If Rock Springs wins this set, it is over. Tonight's match. Riverton wins. We go to a match deciding 5th set where we play to 15 as the Tigers score again on an erratic call that goes from right to left, out of bounds into the crowd. Point Tigers off the out of bounds call. 6-4, Rock Springs leads it in period 4. Tigers driving again. Riverton responds. Tigers getting it back. Too much heat on that one. Point, Riverton. Hometown Rock Springs Tigers still in front. Set number 4, 6-5. Rock Springs leads tonight's match over Riverton 2-1. Both sides responding, both offensively and defensively. And down goes one on both Riverton's front and back line. Point for the Tigers. 7-5 Rock Springs leads. Set number 4. Riverton nearly loses the handle. Keeps it though. Faith Brent keep the ball off the hardwood for the Tigers. That's a point for Riverton. Make it 7-6. Tigers still on top of the Wolverines. the Wolverines go out of bounds. That went off the hands of Howard Hinkle. Tigers driving. You can hear the Tiger team getting loud. Long ball, too much juice on that one. Point Riverton. 8-7 the score. Tigers still in front. Block, Riverton able to answer though. Rock Springs trying to get it back. And they do! Kill Cameron James, left to right, far side to near. 9-7. Tigers up front. James with the serve. Rock Springs setting up their offense. Knocking it across is Riverton. A front line defender slips, but the ball goes into the net. Point Wolverines over the Tigers. 9-8. Tigers answering in front of a block from Jordan Anderson of Riverton. 10-8. Tigers lead. Set 4. Off the immediate serve in front of a diving Jordan Anderson. Rock Springs increases their lead to 11-8 over Riverton. Rock Springs with the serve. Riverton trying to answer. Rock Springs back with it. Rock Springs can't handle the pass. Ball drops on their side of the floor. Point Riverton Wolverines. 11-9. Rock Springs still on top. Set number 4. Riverton Wolverines lose the handle across the back line near side. That's out of bounds. Point Rock Springs Tigers. 12-9. Set number 4. And getting it down in front of a diving Amy Weber. Point Rock Springs. 13-9. Set number 4. We now have a Riverton Wolverines timeout. Best of 5 if the Tigers hold on here in this 4th set with a 2-1 lead in sets tonight. This set will end the match for the Tigers. Should the Wolverines climb back into this, they're only down by 4, 13-9. We will go to a match deciding 5th set. Both teams now coming out of the timeout. Tigers with the serve, left to right. Serving from the right side. No serve back. Tigers back with it after Riverton couldn't do anything. Riverton another chance. Tigers soft touch across. Gets it down in front of a diving Maddie Fossey and Gracie Olheiser. Point Tigers. 14-9. Make it 15-9 is on a block attempt. The arm of a Riverton front line defender, Ava Crawley, touches the net. Served by Rock Springs into the net. Score now 15-10. Rock Springs on top in set number 4. Rock Springs trying to save. The ball coming back to them from going out of bounds. Can't do it. Point Wolverines. 15-11. Tigers still on top here at home. Wolverines soft touch Cameron James. Ashley Anderson can't keep the ball off the hardwood. Wolverines now up to 12. Tigers 15 here in set number 4. Both sides working it around the floor. Neither side giving up. Amy Coucher gets it down with a left-handed swing of her arm. 16-12, Tigers lead. Murray Holmes with the serve. Tigers kill Kyle Carlson. 17-12. Tigers starting to pull away. And this potential match winner, 4th set. Timeout taken by the Wolverines. 17-12, Tigers lead set number 4. They lead tonight's match in sets 2-1. We are going to step out, let you into the crowd, listen into the crowd at this timeout break. Timeout, Tigers leading it 17-12. 4th set, Holmes just on the serve. A diving Carlson against Riverton can't do anything. That's a point for the Riverton Wolverines. Courtesy Hallie Hinkle, 17-13. The Rock Springs kill. Left to right. Point Rock Springs. 18-13. Set number 4. Make it now 18-14. As Ella Brewster. The ball goes home. Tigers, Wolverines, both knocking it back and forth. Tiger block. Wolverines keep it. Tigers now with it. 18-14, Tigers in front. Set forward. Tigers get it down. 19-14, Addison Bell. Haley Hinkle couldn't save it for the Wolverines. 19-14. Diving, Aubrey Jevin can't come away with it, so the serve counts as a point for the Tigers, 20-14. Tigers, left to right, Cameron James, that kill is good. Tigers, 21, Wolverines, 14. Make it 22-14 as Riverton can't come away with the loose ball and it bounces into the crowd on the far side of the arena. Rock Springs just 3 points away from winning tonight's match with Riverton 22-14 the score as Riverton leads. As Rock Springs leads. Excuse me. Rock Springs in the lead. 22-14. Now 22-15. As Emily Coucher gets a pass, hits the net. It is going to be Riverton ball as they serve. Tigers with it. Give it across. Riverton trying to answer as is Rock Springs. Loose ball by Riverton. Out of bounds. Point Tigers. Tigers and Rock Springs now just 2 points away from winning tonight's match 3-1. Serve into the net. Marcy Holmes. Point to Riverton. Riverton off the serve. Tigers with it. Almost out of bounds by Hinkle. This could now be match point, everybody. Tigers leading this set 24-16. You can hear the crowd. And the serve, Riverton gets it across. Rock Springs trying to block. Both continuing to get it across. And that's down out of bounds. That's down out of bounds by Rock Springs. Emily Coucher, 24-17. Riverton on the serve. Tigers with it. Knocks it across. Wolverines respond. Tigers get it down. Point. 25-17. That's the match. Tigers take it in 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to tonight's event. If you would, please make sure you kind of clean up after your area. Our custodians would greatly appreciate that. Also, make sure you show up next weekend, Friday, for